Guys, this morning, welcome. Welcome in this morning to Crypto Info. Blockchain made easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. I'm all excited over here. I can't talk right. Guys, please tap that like and subscribe. First time in. If it's not, welcome in on a Sunday morning. Sunny Colorado, time 7:15 a.m. It is August 3rd, Sunday, and some folks are excited about crypto today, and some folks are not. I know we are. We're always excited about crypto here on the channel. Why, you might ask? Well, we've got an extended bull run coming, guys. This is what we're looking forward to. I get excited in these times. We'll take a look at the market in a second here. Yes, today's topic. Yes, Frank's the crazy one. Extended bull run coming. And all this muck in the markets right now. I don't know if my share screen is happening. Let's make sure that it is. Hold on one sec here. Let's get my share screen up and make sure that it actually displays what we want, because let's see. All right, I'm going to do a quick test here, and let's try the share screen and see if we can. No, let's see. I don't know. I think it's just going to share my program in the window that I use. Let's see. I'm going to find out in a second. And if not, we'll simply jump back. Yeah, it's not doing it. All right, that's okay. We'll stick to this. Oh, well, I guess it does do it. I guess it does. Okay, fantastic. It looks like it is actually doing it. And sharing my screen. So let's look at the market cap today for cryptocurrency, 3.69 trillion. 48 on the fear and greed index. We are dipping into neutral, just a couple of points. Bitcoin coming in at 114,007 for a Bitcoin, 3,491 for an Ethereum. XRP is coming in at $2.88 today. Let's take a look at XRP. Taking a retrace on the old XRP, taking a dippy, a little dip, coming back up out of the muck, out of this channel here on the 1 day. But the 7-day chart is showing us that, it looks like we're going to bust out of here, double bottom here. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna bust out hard here. I think that's I don't know charts. That's my guess. Nothing on the channel is ever financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for informational and educational purposes only, and entertainment is questionable. Let me just say. I understand it. Now, regulatory tailwinds and policy shifts is the first point we're going to bring up here concerning why we are going to experience an extended bull run coming up here. Because, yes, history does rhyme, they say. So that's what we're looking for, is history to rhyme, and for it to rhyme on time and a little bit more than we've seen in the past. Just a little bit more. On time meaning Q1, Q2-ish of next year, that we see stable coins in play. Regulatory nonsense has been, let's just say regulatory clarity is something that, everybody's not so concerned with anymore, because we've got some laws in play besides the Stablecoin Act. And we've got Clarity Act that's probably going to be cleared up soon, finalized soon. Pretty sure we have one more step to go with that, and that is basically SEC and CFTC, Commodities Future Trading Commission, the delineating, which lanes they need to stay in concerning cryptocurrency and who governs what for those two regulating bodies. So that's what's going on with the Clarity Act. Okay. To clarify, the difference between the Genius Act and the Clarity Act, and the Genius Act has been put into law now, as we well know. So, regulatory tailwinds and policy shifts, guys. U.S. Project Crypto. SEC Chair Paul Atkins has launched a landmark initiative to clarify crypto classifications, security versus commodity. Support on-chain finance as well, and streamline integrated trading and staking platforms under a single licensure approach. Very smart, very needed. This is what's been going on for quite some time now, guys, is we've not had the key players in the key positions to make all this stuff happen, and now we do. Genius, and that was not to be underestimated, the pro-crypto cabinet that came in to the White House. Genius and Clarity Acts. The Genius Act signed July 18th, 2025. Mandates audited fully U.S.-backed stablecoins. Meanwhile, the Clarity Act passed the House, and now I believe has to go to the Senate, aims to delineate the SEC and versus CFTC roles, key steps toward regulatory certainty for investors and businesses. It's one key piece. This next piece is larger. Coming up in a second here. So the OCC, the Office of Controller of the Currency, the FD, that's who basically, correct me if I'm not mistaken, that's who kind of like tells all the banks what the heck is going on. And then the central banks, the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, so, tells all the central banks across the planet what mandates they need to be falling in line with. And then our central bank, the Fed, goes ahead and, lays out for the OCC, the Office of Controller of the Currency, and then they let the banks know, hey, what needs to happen for guidelines and everything. Pretty sure that's correct. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Want to make sure I'm spitting out the proper info, and I do believe that is correct. And FDIC, start talking like Thurston Howell. The FDIC guidance as well comes into play as well here. Banks no longer need pre-approval for crypto activities. The DOJ disbanded its crypto enforcement unit, reducing legal risk and encouraging TradFi and DeFi mergers. Let me just say that one more time in case we're not grasping the magnitude of what's being said here. The DOJ disbanded its crypto enforcement unit. The DOJ disbanded its crypto enforcement unit. The DOJ disbanded its crypto enforcement unit. Nothing on the channel is financial advice. If I'm an investor, that tells me institutional investors are ready to come flooding in, because that's one of the major things that's keeping them out, besides fiduciary responsibility, obviously, to their holders. I mean, obviously. Reducing legal risk and encouraging TradFi, DeFi mergers for sure. The time is here. The time is coming. The stage is being set. We are ready for an extended bull run. Look at what's happening. Such sweeping changes significantly lower regulatory risk, which has been the chief headwind, not tailwind, but headwind for institutional capital, which is what moves all this stuff, all about to change. That's why that. It's one of the reasons why. Also, the rest of, there's 14% or something of Americans own crypto, whatever that number is now, ready to be 65%, 70, 75%. This game is over, coming up shortly. Extended bull run coming for crypto, like we saw for the internet and tech stocks. And then the bubble in it will pop, and then the cream will rise to the top, and the ones that are left will be the awesome cryptos, and the ones that are not will go by the wayside, the 9 gajillion cryptos that exist. Or they'll just exist in the puttering along in the backdrop, and it could actually be useful to be part of the actual soil or dirt that crypto is grown out of. The ecosystem continues to be grown and flowered out of, so to speak. I'm no poet. I thought that was pretty good, though. That was on the spot. That was pretty good. Institutional inflows and ETF adoption. So Ethereum exchange traded funds, spot and futures both. I'm pretty sure with Ethereum. We like the spot because the spot actually holds the thing that we're talking about, like the Ethereum, like the XRP, right? Or the Bitcoin. We like the spot. Remember, the future is kind of like basically a coupon for future price. We don't like that. Not good. And some people play leverage with that. Oh boy, not too. Please don't do these things. Never financial advice on the channel. What do you recommend I do, Tank? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. Guys, I'm supposed to get my screen back up, but before I do, sorry, I forgot to do that. Please check Caleb and Brown. We'll get back to our episode here in a second here. Don't forget, brief intermission, Caleb and Brown, backing you 1-to-1. You can see it too. They're available 24/7. You get a free crypto broker that's yours. Fees, I'm pretty sure 3 to 5%. Check me on that. Anytime you're going ahead and doing your thing with moving it on the exchange, you can set sell orders and buy orders ahead of time. You can also pull 1, 2, 3 mil as long as your bank's good with it in one transaction. Try pulling that on the exchanges. So coming up Monday, August 18th at 5:30 Mountain Time, we are interviewing Jim Bazzani from Caleb and Brown. He's kind enough to grace us with an interview. Please join us live for that. Huge stuff here. Guys, by the way, I must say, let me please get to my full. Tanker's new at this whole YouTube channel thing. We just started our channel. And so we have essentially no audience except for our few diehards that love us, and we love you guys. We love our diehards in here. Shout out to 6 Foot. Shout out to Nelson. Shout out to Pritt, Marnie, Luke. We've got our regs in here. You guys are awesome. We love you. Happy Sunday. Getting back to the topic here, guys. Institutional inflows and ETF adoption. Ethereum outperformance here. Ethereum surged 54% over the past months versus Bitcoin's only 10% concerning ETF adoption. Largely due to stablecoin optimism for Ethereum, because most stablecoins are issued on Ethereum. This is what we believe this is attributed to. Most analysts think this. As far as what I think on that, I don't know. That makes sense. I think people just think Ethereum is going to jump, and I don't. No more comments. Thanks to the Genius Act passed, guys, plus ETF trading volumes, plus ETF momentum from BlackRock, Fidelity, and others, spot Ethereum ETF trading values have exceeded 100 bill. So that's impressive. Now, Bitcoin momentum. Bitcoin climbed from 100K to 120K since regulatory clarity became visible. So analysts like Anthony Scaramucci, which you guys I'm sure have seen a million times, and multiple forecasting models expect Bitcoin to reach 180,000 to 250,000 by Q4 of 2025, with conservative estimates somewhere around 145K. Now, please let me know what you think about that, because Bitcoin is the driver of our crypto market. At least it has been. It's going to be funny when XRP is the driver of the crypto market, which is coming up shortly, and it's okay. And I'm not saying that against Bitcoin people or anything. It is going to be funny. Anybody, even who's a Bitcoin holder, has to admit it's going to be funny when XRP takes the number one spot. And not everything, but so much comes on the ledger. Realistically speaking, this is not we're not doing moon boy predictions. We're not financial advisors. I think we all know that XRP is going to surpass Bitcoin on the charts in terms of market cap. There's going to be frickin' 7-10 trill in no time on this ledger. Guys, it's going to dwarf Bitcoin. Are you not seeing the future? This is not difficult to see. Oh, and Yahoo's never going to go away. What are you talking about? Netscapes is what made this thing happen for us on the internet, Tank. Netscapes isn't going anywhere back in the day when I was in college. Hilarious. I remember those days using it too. Yeah, hilarious in the techs in the computer center at college. Yeah, funny at university, as they say. Not the university, at university. I always find that so funny. Yeah, so what do you think is going to happen when everything is on the ledger from your mama's whatever to your daddy's whatever? What do you think is going to happen, world? What's going to happen is you're going to see like 10 trillion in no time on the ledger. And, coming into XRP and the XRPL. And then what do you think that's really actually going to do to its market cap? Really, when 10 trillion comes on the ledger. Oh boy, those are not the same numbers. Oh boy, I know it'll lessen over time. I get it. But thin liquidity be happening initially in a massive way when the first, I'm going to say 3 to 5 trillion comes on the ledger. Oh, look out. Oh, look out if we understand how this whole thing works with thin liquidity in any asset class when it starts off and you don't have a ton of players and there's not a lot of liquidity and a lot of grease to grease the system because there's not a lot of money in it. Not a lot of players, right? You want to go pull a big trend, not going to happen, a big transaction. Trying to look at data, it's all scattered when you get down to like the 30-second chart, right? 10-second chart. Where's the data? There's not a lot of volume happening with this thing. It's a young asset class. And then once the internet is, 100 years old or whatever, not suffering from thin liquidity any longer. The volatility disappears in that market. The grease is there to grease up the system. The liquidity is there. And now we see, you want to pull a $200 million trade, you can actually pull it. Boom! In the reg market and macro markets, okay? So please see, you can look at a batting average and kind of liken it to that. We're not financial advisors. I'm not a financial advisor at all. In any way, shape, or form. This is not financial advice. Guys, don't forget institutional holdings correlation to consider as well. Academic research shows that Bitcoin is becoming more correlated with major equity indices, reflecting deeper financial integration and signaling maturity on a risk-on assets as risk-on asset. So this institutional wave suggests liquidity surge. Liquidity surges. Oh my gosh. We're going to see liquidity surges like you guys have never seen in your lives. Excuse me. We are about to see a tidal wave come into the cryptocurrency space. As I've said before, hitherto which has not been seen on this planet. Has not existed because we've never had the rails of the internet and the cell phones and the towers and everything existing first, and AI and bots and everything existing first, so that now when blockchain technology is laid on top of it, interfaced with AI, lights out. Could be literally lights out. That's pretty scary, actually. For the humans, could be. But anyway, we could see a liquidity surge that could lift the broader market well into 2026. I'm talking about Q1, Q2, could be Q3, Q4, and then a big vetting out of all the, not so relevant, not so important, not so interesting players in the crypto space that go bye-bye, not so capable, a number of reasons, as we well know. Let's just make sure. Okay, we're looking good here. Okay, so the European Union's MiCA, Markets and Crypto Assets Framework, fully effective by December 24. We know that it became fully effective, establishes legal clarity for crypto asset issuers, exchanges, and wallets, enabling passporting across European Union states, which is crucial. Other countries like Japan, Brazil, Argentina are drafting legislation. Oh, we've got some people in the chat. Good. How you doing? How's everybody doing this morning? Drafting legislation and discussing central bank crypto reserves, opening new demand vectors for Bitcoin, XRP, and stablecoins. The global alignment toward pro-crypto frameworks reduces friction and opens enterprise-level adoption, guys. Ripple XRP and utility tokens are seeing what I'm going to say is a reality versus hype moment. Partnership numbers disputed. Many sources cite that three. Now, my argument here, many sources, AI, Google, YouTube, many sources, your public library. Kidding. And many sources cite 300 plus bank partnerships for Ripple. Some media outlets recently elevated this to 500 or even 1,000 plus. Oh, really? I'm going to call about 3,000. I'm guessing about 3,000 plus. That's a guess. That's not financial advice. That's a guess. I've not heard that anywhere. I'm guessing it's probably more like 3,000. Now, whenever on-chain activity remains minimal, prompting Ripple CTO David Schwartz, he's responding to, so David Schwartz responded to, I'm going to play you, and in fact, why don't I play this for you now? On-chain activity remains minimal, prompting Ripple CTO David Schwartz, Chief Technical Officer David Schwartz, to respond to skeptics who doubt the practicality, utility, and those partnerships. And, one of which is somebody we love, Andrei Zik. Andrei Zik, we know who Andrei Zik is. We love Andrei Zik. He's awesome. Thanks for being a trailblazer, by the way, in the YouTube space. This guy's awesome. We love Andrei. We love Andrei. Andrei's knows what's going on with crypto, and Andrei's a smart dude. He brought up some intelligent questions, and David Schwartz is also a smart dude, as we all know, and he answered him. And hats off to Andrei Zik for giving attention to XRP and asking some, I almost said asking some intelligent questions here. Let me very quickly share a quick David Schwartz. Hold on one sec here now, folks. Whoops.
So our first question here is from Issa. What milestones are you hoping XRP achieves in the next 5 years?
Well, 5 years is a long time. I think we can get a lot done in 5 years. I think the big thing that we can probably accomplish in 5 years is just making the ecosystem feel like an ecosystem. People being able to, millions of people who have access to blockchain tools and who are potential customers for new DeFi solutions. 5 years is a long time. We could have mass enterprise adoption. We could have users who live their entire economic lives right on a blockchain. Looking at XRP specifically, I think we're going to have a long tail of assets with things like tokenized lending pools and tokenized real estate portfolios and fractional ownership. There's going to be an enormous number of assets, and people are going to need liquidity between them. So I think XRP could be that intermediary asset. We can accomplish a lot in 5 years.
Yeah, that'd be great to see. Our next question here is from Rose.
Okay, so here, let's see. Let's go here. Why don't we take a look at what AI says? Recent analysis and expert opinions suggest the possibility of an extended cryptocurrency bull market continuing through 2026, potentially deviating from typical 4-year cycle-tied Bitcoin halving events. Now, key drivers: institutional adoption for sure. Increasing involvement from institutional investors is seen as a significant factor driving this extended bull run. Unlike retail-driven booms of the past, institutional capital brings greater stability and potentially longer holding periods to the market. according to analysts at Bernstein. Now, growing regulatory clarity, excuse me, growing regulatory clarity, a more defined and favorable regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies is also anticipated to be to contribute to sustained market growth. Actions like the SEC's proposed innovation exemption for DeFi protocols could further bolster investor confidence, not to mention macroeconomic factors. Some analysts point to macroeconomic trends as supporting an extended bull run, weakening dollar, etc. Technology advancements, continued innovation and development within the blockchain space, including the expansion of stablecoins and security tokenizations, are expected, and security features and scalability and all kinds of stuff are expected to fuel market growth and utility, including marketing and everything else that drives crypto adoption. We're about to see a Cambrian explosion, guys. You got the Bitcoin halving, although some experts believe the 4-year cycle may be breaking. The halving event in April 2024 is still considered a catalyst for a potential price surge due to the reduced supply of new Bitcoin entering the market. Now, predictions and forecasts. Extended bull run. Analysts like Raoul Pal just don't fuck this up. Just stick with your Bitcoins and your Ethereums and get ready for your banana zone, your slaughters and such. That's my Raoul Pal impersonation. I love you, Raoul Pal. You're awesome. Raoul Pal's the best. I love this guy. I really do love Raoul Pal. I joke about him because I love him. Analysts like Raoul Pal and Bitwise CEO Matt Hougen Hougan is not going to be Hogan. It's going to be Hougen. I can't say Hogan there. Hougen. If I'm wrong, sorry, Hougen. Suggests that the current bull run could last until late 2026 or even early 2027, folks, potentially breaking the potential 4-year cycle. Remember, I do not want to dump cold water on you, sweethearts. I know that's really creepy. I love you guys. I want to gently, when I wake my wife up, I'm always up first. I don't throw cold water on her. I gently, honey, it's time to wake up. Honey, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. A soft, soothing voice, not a tank voice, screaming at you. All right, let's wake up now, people, please. Bitcoin targets. Some analysts suggest that those over at Bernstein, those analysts, are reiterating a 200K Bitcoin price target by late 2025-2026. Other predictions range from 100 and what? No. We're already past that. See? Old info, but that's okay. Still correct info, but not there, though. Just a little bit lagging. No. Already there, and we already know what's going on and what happened. But beyond that already, total market capitalization. One prediction from Standard Chartered suggested the total crypto market cap could reach 10 trillion by the end of 2026 under Republican sweep. I agree. Boy, do they know their stuff, in my opinion. I agree. I don't know. It's not financial advice. Never financial advice on the channel. And please tap that like and subscribe. It's your first time in. Welcome into Crypto Info. Blockchain made easy. You have found your host here, your very humble, knuckleheaded host, Frank the Crypto Tank, who is a contractor turned crypto analyst, crypto investor, crypto master, crypto researcher, crypto knower, crypto YouTube giver, crypto guy in general, crypto annoy the living piss out of the wife, that dude. You know what I mean. Beyond Bitcoin, welcome in and welcome into the channel. You found the tank. While Bitcoin remains a key driver, the growth in other networks like Ethereum and Solana, along with the interesting utility of stablecoins, the potential of security tokenization, let's speed this up a little bit, are expected to broaden the crypto market. Beyond Bitcoin, I always wonder what speed you guys want me at. People say, slow it down, Tank. You're too fast. Stop doing that. you're losing people. I say, if you're in the crypto space, you're supposed to be smart. You should be able to keep up. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. Volatility, despite predictions of a prolonged bull run, the crypto market remains inherently volatile, and investors should be prepared for corrections and fluctuations. Now, macroeconomic environment. While some this is a repeat of what I've given, of course, which is all you're ever going to find. Let's go ahead and Google and go on YouTube, and we're going to find it all the same on it. This is going to not give you because they will say, oh, you might see, Google will tell you if you Google it, how much will be in the crypto market by, if you Google how much will be in the crypto market by the end of 2026, and just Google that, and then Google will give you 4 trill. 3.7 trill. No, 4.2. They'll give you like 4.2 trill. Might hit 4.5 trill. We don't know. What? By the end of 2026? Okay, well, maybe if we hit a bear market. But if you ask Google how much will be in the crypto space by 2023, I bet it says something like, 4 trill, 5 trill. Anyway, pretty funny stuff. Come on, let's have fun here on the channel. We've got a couple people on. Good morning. I'm going to continue my case here for my extended bull run behind you up on the board there. Shout them out whenever you know the answers. How many guys, how many partnerships do you think that Ripple has secured at this point? Given that each time you go to a search, it'll tell you 300 plus partnerships every time. Even now, it's been saying that for years. It's been saying that for years. 300 plus partnerships. Really? What'd they stop selling? Come on, I'm not buying it. They've got like 3,000. All right, now here's the deal. The ledger is going to be turned on. The permissioned features of the ledger are going to be turned on. Don't worry, we're going to do a video on it. It's a crucial piece that almost everybody in the XRP community misses, except for those who know. Those of us diehards that know, and most of us know who, well, at least us channel dudes know, the Zacks of the world and the digital asset investors of the world and all you folks and the Hulks of the world and the Cobbs. You guys know, and we've heard David Schwartz because you guys pay attention, and we know we've heard David Schwartz in interviews before say, that reminds me, I have to post my X. I forget I'm new to X, so we're on X, guys. I'm new to it. I'm not a kid, so I don't do the X thing. But anyway, that wasn't a nice thing to say. I didn't mean that. That was silly. I'm not younger, so since I'm not younger, I'm not in on the X thing. But guys, permissioned features have not been turned on. The ledger have not been turned on, the XRP ledger yet. Not to mention the regulatory certainty that's required in legal law that's put into play here. Legislation has to be in play for the larger institutional players to play ball on a level that we want to see. Let's put it that way. Okay. I think we're all aware of this by now, that once the law is set and large institutional players can all come into crypto, that it's game on. It's lights out. So once we hit that point, which I think is coming very shortly, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. Just because, for full transparency on the channel, we own XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, MIOTA, VeChain, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, some Shiba, some Doge to be fun. What else? Harmony One, Zilliqa, Digibyte, Basic Attention Token, some Orchid, some What other players? Some fun things, some SLP, some Smooth Love Potion, some AMP on the Flexin network, some things like this. We hold a few things, but never go ahead and buy anything because of what we say or do on the channel. What do we know about crypto? Some people are probably asking, I don't know, what do you know about crypto, Tanker? How credible are you, young man, old man? So the claim of 3,000 live banking institutions, at least I know this, I'm calling bull crap on that. Ain't no 300 plus. Well, 300 plus makes it sound like you're going to be hard to hit, kind of 600-700. What? No, that means you're not in the realm of 1,000 if you say 300 plus, right? That's what that means. That's a deceptive, but it could mean 5,000. Very tricky. Very tricky. I call out tricky. I have an eye for tricky. When I see tricky and bullcrap, I call it out like you wouldn't believe. Deception. Not a fan of it. To oppose deception. This is ever my deal here on this earth. I've always been this way. I've always been the person who walks into the room in the board meeting, whatever, and it's been like, yeah, but you guys have been sitting in the back of the room listening to this for a half hour, and you guys are saying this. What about the shareholders that want this? And then the dude at the head of the table is going, who freaking want this asshole? Get this guy out of here. Yeah. Anyway, I've always been the young one in school looking at the rest of in fifth grade going, does this teacher really believe that these Egyptians really built this thing? These pyramids? Are you serious? Or they're teaching this to us with these ropes and pulleys and copper tools and everything, and they want us to believe. I'm going, are you guys buying this? Because I know I'm not this naive that I'm going to. Anyway, that's always been the Tanker. Let's get back to topic. That's who you're dealing with. Welcome to, I wasn't giving you the finger. I literally was just scratching. Apologies. Good morning, folks. I love you all. Welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy, with your illustrious but humble host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Yes, full of light and full of humility. Context on utility-based tokens, a rundown for all of us. Networks like XLM, XDC, HBAR, continue forging real business integrations, especially in remittance corridors, supply chains, and tokenized finance, guys. If Ripple resolves, when I talk like that, I'm doing the wake up. All right. Now, if Ripple resolves its legal clarity through SEC settlement adoption, I know that Ripple dropped the clase. I know that Ripple dropped what? Will you talk properly? I know that Ripple dropped the case, and I know that the SEC dropped the case. We get it. What's going on there, for some clarity's sake, is that the judge cannot just leave it as such. The cases have been opened. They have ran through the legal process to this point. Legal precedence has to be understood properly moving forward on the timeline when we look back at this case. So we have to seal up with certain things, and that's what's going on with the case. For clarity's sake, so everybody understands what's going on, because I get asked in the comments quite a bit, and I get asked, well, if the case is over, then what's the problem? And blah, 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 and we need more clarity. Well, what's the problem as far as institutions go? Is institutions have a fiduciary responsibility to their holders, and they have to be very careful about what and how much they put into cryptocurrency at this point. This is all about to change. This is what we are trying to say. This is the water gently trying to wake up. If Ripple resolves its legal clarity through the SEC settlement, adoption could accelerate. But as of now, on-chain usage remains modest and relative to claims, of course, and that's about to change. Please, not financial advice. If somebody's not in the market prior, then isn't it just a little bit too late? Yes, it is. Mike, you stay where I told you. Look, Michael Jr., technical and market sentiment indicators forecasts suggest that a new bull run could begin between Q3 and Q4 2025, according to some analysts, with peak momentum carrying into Q1, Q2, and 2026, driven by ETF inflows, halving cycles, and macro conditions, not the least of which is the printing of a butt ton of money. M2 money supply cranking, incentive, tariff money. Oh my goodness, is the money flowing in. Oh my, wow. M2 money supply cranking, all M2. Money supply going through the roof as predicted. Get ready for the biggest bull run you ever did see in your frickin' lives that's going to extend for the longest frickin' time. That's to throw in a little bit of kind of lukewarm water on you saying, wait down up. Oh my gosh, please see. Do you see now? Can I get passionate enough to help you to see the truth? We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. I know that anybody that is not in before all this happens will not see the gains and be able to free their family. Wake up. All right, that time I threw cold water on you. Sorry. Please wake up. Please wake up. We're not financial advisors. Please wake up. That's what's coming. It doesn't look like it, Tank. Kind of looks like you might not know what the heck you're talking about, because did you wake up today and see the markets, boom, boom, boom? It always looks like that before the run happens. How long have we lived to see this? Okay, anyway. Got excited for a reason. Holy Christmas, please wake up. This is coming. Anybody not in before it happens with the proper projects will not make the money, will not be freeing families. There you go. That's it. It's as simple as that. Wake up and start paying attention to something potentially that could free our families. Never financial advice. You're never going to buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel. Because what do I know? I'm a contractor who found out about crypto 6 years ago. Started learning about it like a whack job all day. I'm not kidding. 6 to 8 hours a day. Every freaking day. Addiction like a madman on crypto. Yeah. Yep. That's who you got. That's who you got. That's the tanker. That's all I got. I don't have years of financial history behind me, learning behind me. I don't have an economic background or degree. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a contractor. I learned finance and crypto, forex markets and so forth, some chart reading some years ago. I'm not a long-time guy in this. I really don't. When it comes to charts, refer to Eggrag Crypto. You know? I mean, I'll give you my opinion. I'm right, usually. You know what I got going for me? With humility, what I have going for me? That's what I have going for me. If anybody knows what I mean. All right, technical and market sentiment indicators. I think we are going to see a historical post-halving surges, Bitcoin and Ethereum combined with regulatory loosening frequently precedes sustained multi-month rallies with Bitcoin in the crypto market. And there's nothing here now that suggests we're about to see any different. In fact, everything now says this time's gonna be different. Because it is different every time. And anybody who says, oh, they said this time's going to be different, and it wasn't. And yes, it was. It's always different. Oh, boy. At least subset-wise, everything changes. Come on, we're smart people here. Let's give a summary of what's going on here concerning regulation, bull run drivers, crypto projects. I'm saying almost all crypto projects, Genius Clarity Act, bank-friendly policy shifts. You've got Atkins Project Crypto that he's doing. Now, the possible outcome could be lower risk, which will lead to institutional flows, and I'm calling this scenario here. This is what we're dealing with. Monster bull run coming. Sure doesn't seem like that, Tank. Oh, I know. Don't worry. Institutional demand, spot ETFs, corporate treasury, and tokenized securities will be the bull run drivers. Possible outcome could see a Bitcoin at 250K, Ethereum rallying alongside, and then altcoins following, or Bitcoin rallying for a bit, and utility tokens like XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algo, MIOTA just taking off. VeChain shooting to the moon. Sui. Global adoption. Bull run drivers for global adoption. European Union's markets and crypto assets. Global reserve talks could lead to broader on-ramps and institutional use. We'll have to see. Utility tokens, XRP, etc. The bull run drivers are regulatory clarity, token adoption, and cross-border and enterprise systems, particularly concerning XDC. And guys, I don't know if we saw, and by the way, the result could be bull run through late 2025, 2026, according to analysts. I'm saying yes in a monstrous way. And by the way, did you guys see that XDC is now ready to launch an ETF? What is going on? Somebody asked me about XDC the other day, and check my video, please, on the 3Xs. Even though I don't do it as well, please check our video on passive income. The 3Xs lay out XDC, XRP, and XLM. And in the video, I'm saying, why don't people know about these three? I mean, there are quite a few in the space that do. We understand this. But yeah, please check out XDC as one of our 3Xs. Not financial advice on the channel. One of the huge runners coming up in this massive bull run to come. Yes, a massive crypto bull market in late 2025 to Q1, Q2, and could even be Q3 of 2026 is very plausible if the current regulatory reforms remain intact and institutional flows sustain themselves. However, while utility-based tokens like XRP could benefit from compliance, clarity, and enterprise deals, the claim of 3,000 plus banks signing on has no hardcore evidence. Okay, I am suggesting it's a possibility we could have 300 plus banks, 3,000 plus banks signed on with ODL. Now, here's the deal. We will have a video coming up on the permissioned features on the XRP ledger, which is the key thing, really. That turning on is the key to this whole thing, because that allows the banks to actually use ODL. So that's what we're waiting for. By the way, that was essentially David Schwartz's answer to Andre Zick, whom, like I said, we love Andre, asked a great question there. And David's answer was, once permissioned features are turned on the ledger, that's when we're going to see it. So, guys, you have been great. I love you all tuning in today to our channel. Check us tomorrow morning. Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy, with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. I love you guys, and please tap like and subscribe. Don't forget, Monday, August 18th at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time here in Colorado. We have Jim Bizzani from Caleb and Brown on a live interview, so please join us for that, and thank you for coming in. We love you guys. Join us tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with the Tank. Have a great day.